GameTalk. We just played AZ today. Battle for the fourth spot. Um, Ajax, we lost 2-0. Van het Schip decided to play differently. 5 at the back. We were talking about this for some time now. Why not change the formation? Some people were against, some people were in favor. We saw it today. It didn't really turn out what we expected it would be with that change. Let me ask you, what kind of feeling do you have jumping on the stream right after the game?
Man, it's difficult to put into words, but I'm fucking frustrated to begin with this. It's just an endless season with one shit game after another, and I do not see progress, man. I cannot understand him changing the formation so close to this game. They didn't have a lot of time to train after that Bodo game. They were back on Friday. It's just baffling. And I'd rather see a little bit of at least Ajax identity, that we try it, than just 5 in the back and only trying to get a result here, because it's been poor, really poor today. And I've already touched upon it in the last live stream on Thursday. I'm not a big fan of changing the formation mid-season. You have to be able to improve the basics that are necessary for this team, like pressing as a team, not as islands, because you get gaps then. Trying to fight for that second ball isn't happening. And I opted for Kaplan already last Thursday, and he came in today. And I already told also on Thursday that one of the things that is necessary is that we are having players in that first 11 that are able to play progressive passes. And I have to say that Kaplan even surprised me more than I already knew he had in him. He was terrific with his passes today. I saw him make more progressive passes than I saw Sutalo in the whole season, who only chooses for sidewards or backwards. And if he tries a pass, it usually fails to the front. So the only positive for me today is seeing him in action. And what I already thought that he could bring, he at least showed when he was on the pitch. And it's a huge difference between a player like that and a player that only chooses for the safe option and doesn't have any confidence. So I'm really frustrated. Again, that's my feeling now. And I think that fifth place is getting out of reach now, because I do not see any good things today that I can take with me, that I can think, this is something that we can build upon. It's just poor.
Which place is out of reach in your opinion? Fourth?
Fourth. We are already in the fifth. I'm in the fourth place. It's 6 points now, and there's nothing today that convinced me about we're making that gap and we'll catch up on them. It just isn't happening like this. It's just so poor, and it's so frustrating also, because it's game after game after game. It's such tough thing to swallow as a fan.
Yeah. Look, one of the reasons, not the entire reason, but one of the reasons that Van het Schip chose to go to 5-3-2 for this specific game is we already know that Bergwijn is out for a little bit longer, but now also Berghuis was not available. So basically your by far number one picks on either wings are not available. And he tried before, I'm being devil's advocate. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying he tried before playing with others, Forbes, Banel, Marta, whoever. It didn't work out. So maybe he felt forced also to change it because we don't have real wingers. What would you say to that?
Bullshit. Just bullshit. And if you change it, I actually touched upon it on our Twitter page. You posted the formation, and I was just baffled that if you play like this, which I find very surprising with the little time that we had to play. At least play 2 strikers, maybe an Akpom or a Rijkhoff besides Brobby, and play with Kaplan as a central defender. It's just like I said on Twitter before the game. It's just weird decisions. At least play the right players on the right position then. And that's something that just baffled me, man. Really baffled me. And it is just bad thing to go to a set, play like this. We never had a chance this game, man.
how big of a chance is there, because the press conference he will give, Van het Schip will give a press conference, how big of a chance will it be that he will be self-reflective and thinking about, maybe we got it wrong as a technical staff, not only today, but maybe the last few weeks, we're going the wrong direction. Or he would again point out to the quality of the players because he's missing a couple of players like Bergwijn and Berghuis. Which one do you think he will go with?
Based on the way he handled him in media previous game, probably not that reflective, to be honest. Think that unfortunately we cannot see the interviews now, so it's a guess from my side because we're live now. But not seeing him saying it's the bad tactic or we made some mistakes. No, not see that happening, to be honest. You?
No, but I also wanted to touch upon something else quickly. This season, we've always said, or at the start of the season, we were much more convinced that there is much more you can take out of these players, in this squad. Now we're a couple of months further. We only have 10 games left in the league. Probably, maybe we're going to play playoffs as well. Who knows? Did your opinion change in terms of the quality of the players if you look at them? Or is it still mostly the system, how they're set up, how they play, the intensity? You also touched upon it, I think, on Thursday, the urgency, winning second balls, all these kind of things. How much is it because of the technical staff? How much is it because of the imbalance or the lack of quality of the players in general?
It's just a cocktail with several ingredients going bad at the same time. Not only the technical staff, it's also different coaches during the season. Even when Ten Hag left, it's been different coaches all the way down to now. So there's no stability at all. I'm not saying that some didn't deserve to get fired or that he had to move on, but it's clear that it isn't always the solution. But if you're training under this new coach in a certain formation up until now, and you come back from a really bad game that we were very lucky at Bodo, actually twice also at the arena, getting that draw was amazing, but didn't see that coming. It's a sign of weakness. Changing back to this formation now within that short time frame. And it's not only this, what I mean with the cocktail is also within the management, all the problems within the club. There isn't any stability in the team, in the club at the moment. So as a coach, you should create a vacuum, with the team and try to perform in your own bubble. And if you then choose for a different formation all of a sudden, while the current formation that we are used to play isn't already clicking very well, it's just asking for problems, in my opinion. And not only that, you choose for a certain formation and then you make some choices that I didn't find that obvious. At least if you have less people up front, play with two natural strikers, with a Rijkhoff and Robbie or with an Akpom and Robbie. Play with 3 natural central defenders. I expected Kaplan to play. That's already what I said. These things are just bad choice after bad choice. So I rather would have played in our current formation and that he took the time, like I reflected upon last Thursday, to train the basic fundamentals. Because it's the same thing over and over again. We do not act as a team and we act as islands. We have to press as a team. Or you should choose a tactic that you fall back as a team, but not something in between, because then it goes wrong entirely. And the same thing again with that second ball, it's often if we lose a duel, it's always the opponent team, catching that ball and are able to build up. You should be anticipating on that situation, and I do not see it. Those things can be trained. To answer your question further, is it the technical staff? Is the team? It's a cocktail, like I said. But if those basic fundamentals improve, you will see that we will start playing better, and then it will look like the players are also of better quality. Because a good tactic and the right formation will let players also shine better if they carry it out correctly. And vice versa.
Look, one of the things we saw earlier this season as well, and we're seeing that coming back now more and more, is a couple of players clearly lack confidence, making mistakes, also with the passing, but also other stuff. Hato now recently as well has been joined to the club. Not the Hato we saw the first couple of months with Ajax this season, which is normal, which is okay. It can happen. He's young. Where I'm going with this is basically now something else is happening, which happened today even more, frustration from players towards other Ajax players as well.
It's about time.
You see Taylor getting upset with Guy. We'll touch on Guy in a bit. You see Broby getting upset with Sosa. You see people getting upset with each other on the field. But you're saying it's about time.
It's
but
about
is this
time.
the right way?
Do you think that if we had like the really the veteran players with true Ajax identity at the club, like a Tadic or a Blind or even a Klaassen, you know, players that have been there for a long time, do you think with an Alvarez also, for example, that they would do everything like, it's okay, no problem, we're on the kindergartner, you know? It's a football team. It's professionals. It's adult people. So it's about time that also the players show their frustration, but in a good way, you know, not making a tackle or grabbing a card. Let your teammate know, come on, man the fuck up and play better, you know, more intensity. This is something that you should do as a player of Ajax. Rally the troops. And I'm glad that some players now are showing some frustration, but because there's nothing worse as a fan seeing a team and they're all phlegmatic the whole season, you know. Okay, another loss. No, man, fuck that shit.
All right. Look, Guy, we have to touch upon him. Second time this season, he's basically subbed off after a little bit more than half an hour, or at least in the first half. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's sad for him to be the, how do you say in Dutch? We say
the scapegoat.
The scapegoat. Yes. Let me not say child of the bill. You know what I mean? But the scapegoat. Yes. It's sad to see him being scapegoated every time because I think he's not the worst problem we have. You know. So he isn't the best player, but he is the one getting subbed off every time. And the Sosa's playing poor on the other side, and he just continues playing. So, it's sad for him, but he didn't bring what he should bring, as did many others not bring that today.
Yeah, it's over for him, right? I mean, it's done, basically.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But the things I do know is things improved when a couple of them was getting into the pitch, and you could see what a progressive pass can do. And this is exactly what I said last Thursday and what we've been missing up until now. The times that he tried to play the progressive pass and it worked, we were already immediately further up the field and we were dangerous. And that is what we were missing. And also to help Hato out a bit in this situation, because some people are getting a little bit critical on him. You know, you just touched upon it yourself in the stream. Imagine being a 17-year-old player from the academy, getting into this squad, having Sutalo on the right side next to you, having two backs that aren't working proper, you know, having midfield players that aren't playing progressive passes, because Branco has to do that now, but otherwise that's all, you know, taking the safe option.
Yeah.
How will it be for him to shine in that team? And he did shine that first half of the season.
Yeah,
maybe he's a little bit more poor at the moment, but can you blame the guy, man? He's a 17-year-old guy that has nothing but bad players around him.
No, I know.
And no stable players at all.
No,
so he will be not on my list to criticize too much, besides a lot of other players that I will do it.
Yeah. Look, my final question before I go to the comments, and if people want to react to Ajax or you want to ask something to Ajax, let us know right now as soon as possible, because then I will go to the comments as well. Ajax, we played against AZ. AZ has been struggling in recent weeks themselves in the Eredivisie, so it's not like we played a very good AZ, you know, like they were in the recent years. Still, I felt today, even though we were very bad, that's my opinion, I really feel like we didn't train, we played a different formation, all these kind of things. Still, I didn't feel we had to lose this game. I mean, they were better, they had clear chances, but it's not like they were a good team, in my opinion, you know? And that makes it even worse.
That says enough about us. Juan.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because I want to go to the next games. We're not playing AZ or anything, but at this point, it doesn't matter who we play.
No, it doesn't. If you go towards a certain match and you do not try to play your strengths, something that you are known for as a team, and yes, you can make mistakes, but please try to play a little bit more bold and make a mistake. Try to play that progressive pass, and if it gets intercepted, okay. Now we're just taking the safe option, the pussy option all the time, and it fails either way. Now we went to an Asset Stadium, we went to play the game there, and we went there not to lose the game.
Yeah, it's
We
everything.
went
It's
with
everything.
with the wrong mentality from the get-go.
Yeah, it's everything against what Ajax stands for. To be very
Yeah.
honest, no matter what
And I
kind of
understand that you
yeah.
try to make try to solve the problem and have a solution, but this isn't it. And I already said it on Thursday. Changing the formation doesn't make sense, and especially if you change it like this with bad options that you chose for as players who were in the first 11.
Yeah.
I didn't see any conviction within the team that I thought, yes, we're going to turn this around. Yes, we're going to create chances. Yes, the mentality is there. They're fighting for it. None of that, man. None. And even with the break, it improved a bit, but not enough, man.
Yeah, look, the thing that I don't understand, right? We never really touched upon this specifically, but Van het Schip is perceived as one of the Ajax old guard of the Ajax school, basically, right? How is it possible that somebody like that, who comes in to restore everything at Ajax, more or less, to get a little bit more confidence into the players, to calm everybody down, and it helped in the first few weeks, months. It went pretty okay. You saw the confidence coming back. You saw a little bit of patterns of play, etc. But now we're regressing. And what you said, we're playing now everything that's not what Ajax doesn't stand for. Why would he go that direction, in your opinion?
I don't know, man. The only thing I can think of is that we do not have like the players to play our system. But again, maybe I'm thinking too lightly of this. But even if you have maybe not, and we don't have it, let's be honest, those fresh players, highly technical, like we're known for as Ajax, still certain things can be carried out if you just drill it and train and have a path that you can follow as a team to progress in that area, and the rest will follow. The other things will improve also. But it looks like every decision that's being made is for the short term. How can I turn this around quickly? How can I make an impact quickly? How can I make a difference in tactics or within a team that gives a quick improvement? But sometimes those quick fixes aren't the way, You have to be consistent. You have to have a clear path of what you want to train, and start with the mentality, with the second balls, with the progressive passing, and with the pressing. Those things are pivotal for your team. You can think of other tactics to do. Just train your formation and fight hard for it with all your energy the whole game. This is what the public and the fans also want to see. And now we're seeing none of that. The tactics aren't carried out. The fundamentals aren't carried out correctly. Plus, the fans see a team that the majority of the players look like they're not trying their all, And that frustrates even more. At least it frustrates me.
Yeah. All right. Let me go to the comments, Ajax. If you want to react to one, let me know. Murder Inc. is saying we will end up 6th at the end of the season. Let's hope so. Let's see. Javid is saying this team is rotten from head to toe. In my 25 years Ajax life, never got to such a deep, embarrassing feeling. Yeah. Steve in the chat, 541, outrageous. Even though some fans want this anti-football, Van het Schip out, Vos for the rest of the season. Quickly on that, there are a lot of fans already, not now, but already for a few weeks, saying, you know what, this season is over already, and we're not seeing any progress, like you're saying. We're not seeing any stability, anything. Just put Vos there and let Van het Schip just go on the back, like be in the background like he's supposed to be. What would you say to that?
Yeah, it's a quick fix also. Also as fans, we need to understand that it isn't always the solution. Probably Van Schip won't be the next manager for the next season. But what can we do now? Then we put another manager there for the remaining matches and try it all over again? this season is a gap season, is a bad season, and we have to accept it. But I would love to see somebody within the management or Van Gaal as an advisory role to talk with the manager, to ask the questions that we are asking ourselves as fans, that we discuss in these streams.
Yeah.
Isn't anybody checking up on what is happening with the first team, and maybe with the experience that we have within our club, with Van Gaal, for example, and other football-minded people? Why aren't, maybe they do, but why aren't they checking up on it? Or why aren't they talking with Van Schip, for example?
Maybe they are talking.
Yeah, I
but
hope so. But
yeah, but I think the focal point of Van Gaal is more mid to long term. I think they're talking, of course, to Van het Schip about tactics sometimes and stuff like that, but I don't think he's really telling Van het Schip about how he played and these kind of things. That's what I think.
and
The advisory role is much more towards the organization, what people should come in, what should be done, etc. For the mid or long term. That's how I feel about it. So.
It's just, yeah, man. It's
all right.
I just don't have the words for it. Sorry.
Papimento is saying,
like Papi's saying, it's too painful, man.
Yeah, this season is very painful. Millennium is saying, hold on, it's not working. Yeah, now it's working. Millennium is saying, let's be honest, Guy, Ranch, Taylor are Volendam level players, not Ajax. AFC NSF is saying, I'm so ticked of so many former Bobos have utterly destroyed our club in such a short period. Indrek is saying, back to the good old Stein days. Tonio is saying, can we please, from now on, see Kaplan and Manswerk play a little bit more, or play, basically?
I have to say, at least I saw with Manswerk today, somebody who tries to get for that second ball, to fight for that second ball, to try to win that second duel.
Yeah.
Not a lot of players doing that.
Indrek is saying, Guy is bad, yes, and he gets substituted all the time, but Jesus Christ, Sotalo keeps on playing. Aardappelschil is saying, how didn't the midfielders of AZ get yellow cards? Also, can we just not pass to Ramai every time? It might get difficult. Yeah, I totally agree with the last remark, 100%. It annoys me, actually, that we always, there's no creativity, there's no risk, there's no bravery, just give everything to Ramai and let's set up, and kill the tempo, basically. Even when we win, in those rare occasions, Ajax, that we win a second ball or a duel, we rather slow the game, side pass, go to Ramai. It's crazy.
What hurts the most is that we went there in a 5-4-1 or in a 5-3-2 situation, with the formation, whatever it is. And we just didn't play football. It didn't work at all. We chose to not play the Ajax formation, the Ajax way. It's even worse like that, man. Just seeing the coach choose from another formation that we're totally not familiar with, that isn't tied to Ajax, and then just get battered by a team that isn't even playing well. And to make it even worse, it has to be the son of Van Bommel also. Great, man.
I didn't even mention that. Roy is saying, what a worthless team. I've been supporting Ajax since '94, but this team is really bad. It makes me sad and also angry at the same time. I think we all experience the same, to be honest, Roy. This team is really. Oh, he was.
He felt it so much that he did it twice.
Yeah, I just saw it now. We translated it. That's nice. Yeah, goodbye Champions League. Probably also goodbye Europa League, to be honest. So
hello Conference League if we're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Millennial saying, Juan is a shrink, opens up to scrap your feelings. Oh man, I have my own feelings, man.
Tell me about it, man. We're having a therapy session, so just shoot, man.
No, but I'm really, honestly, I'm gonna be very honest, guys. I didn't feel like doing this stream.
Me neither.
And honestly, I didn't feel like finishing the game, like watching the game until the end. Not because I'm a success supporter and I get these kind of comments, people will say that. It's about the intent, what you try to do as a team. If things go wrong, that's fine by me. But the intent has to be that we play a certain style, that we try to do something. If it doesn't work, that's fine by me. But this where we're going right now is unacceptable for me.
It is.
Honestly. So that's
But
what
if you didn't do this stream, then you didn't have the opportunity to translate trainen krom slecht. So go ahead, man.
Trainen krom slecht. Oh, I don't know how to say that actually. Van het schip, has totally lost it. The boys don't know what to do. Insecure when they have the ball. No build up. No follow up. You know, when you like from defense to midfield to attack, it's really, really bad. I'm going to put it like that. I think young Ajax is playing better at the moment. Yeah, actually, yes, that's true. Let's see. I'm just scrolling a little bit. Good luck to Twente in a fight for Champions League. Come back to UCL since Michiel Prudhomme's lovely squad with Theo Jansen, Ruiz, and Luc de Jong, and probably with Erik ten Hag and Schroeder as assistants. Yeah. All right. It's good. I mean, honestly, if we were a bit of a normal team, we would be clinching that third spot and not Twente, but all right. Yeah, everybody is very disappointed. I have a question here, by the way, from Javid. Question, Ajax. Some people are now critical about Hato late performances. Do you think it's Hato's problem that Ajax today have bought at least 30 million defenders and still rely on a 17-year-old kid? I think you
I touched upon that. You know, we have to be happy that we have a great talent like Hato, and we have to praise him that he was one of our better players carrying the team in that first half of the season. He still is one of the better players, you know. But if you have poor quality of plays that do not know how to build up the play, and also the fundamentals of defending make so many mistakes that he often also need to cover for. Yeah. It's just a big surprise that he didn't show some forms of decline already a few times during the season. So he's the least of our problems. And I know that if he has some better players around him, that it already would make a world of difference if we play our normal tactics and you play Kaplan beside him, although he's a lefty, I believe, you know. Then playing with Soutalo that has been prone to make mistakes, also with the build-up play, also with the defense. And like I touched upon that also last Thursday, I told you already on the stream, if I was our opponent, I would just leave Soutalo as the free man when we try to build up. And they did that a few times today, you know? And then we just have problems because he cannot make that progressive pass and he just passes it around at the back.
Well, actually, I've seen him do it before, but
yeah,
there's something wrong. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's totally
wrong. It's more of a exception that progressive pass works with him. Usually it ends up in a mistake.
Yeah. All right. You and Allison is saying if lack of wingers is the reason we have resorted to this disgraceful formation, then serious questions have to be asked about why Chico is currently playing in Porto rather than at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Yeah, I saw him play against Arsenal last week on the right wing. Yeah, crazy. All right.
Even Bessie was doing good yesterday.
Correct. Yeah, Peter is saying this new system they only trained yesterday, and the only thing they did next to that is just show how to play on the tactics board and some animations. Yeah, exactly. That's what Van het Schip said before the game. That's true. Yeah, people agreeing with you 100% about the. I believe this is the section we talked about the. Being frustrated with each other and saying things to each other on the field. So yeah, people are agreeing with that. BRN is also saying our team lacks characters. Yeah, I have Sahbi here. He's saying, seems like since I'm gone on holiday, it has become worse and worse with our club. Such a shame. Goodbye, fifth spot even. Yeah.
So we can blame Sahbi all.
Yeah,
it's all your fault, Sahbi.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking a holiday when your club needs you the most, man. Shame on you.
Yeah. I have Roy saying, Ajax, 1000% agree with you. I'm sorry for my word choice, but this team is now full of kids and babies instead of men. Where are the men to tell each other what's going on? Yeah, Yeah, exactly. Line is saying the way we start games at the start and after halftime, it's so frustrating. No focus, no fight, no passion. Disgusting. This is funny. We have an Arab photo,
Bob Bauer.
Bob de Bauer, and he's saying Ten Hag is getting sacked soon. He can come back. Right, you made me laugh with that one.
We need more than Bob de Bauer to solve the issues that we have, man.
Yeah, we need more than just a builder. Yeah, so Steven's reacting to you. Ajax, the board doesn't care about the fans, maybe even the club. We've had too many vacancies in the past. That kind of says something about what the board is thinking. All right.
You know what's even worse, gewoon with if you're going to a rough period, everything freaking falls the wrong way also, you know. Even with that goal of Brobbey, you know, I thought, yes, maybe we can consolidate one more goal, maybe draw if we're very lucky, you know. No, it's offside by a margin, you know. It's those things.
Yeah. But again, we started very late again.
Yeah,
with,
I know. But even those things,
yeah.
even those things, you know, just go the wrong way.
Yeah. Gakwo Nkala, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I illegally streamed this game and I feel scammed. I won my 90 minutes back. Painful from minute 0 to 90. Yeah, I can understand that feeling.
Imagine paying for the stream, man.
Yeah. Christian is saying, any comments, Ajax? I don't know if you caught Sonny Siloy.
Maybe if you saw it, because you guys have to inform me what he said, because I didn't see.
Basically, he said that Soutalo and Sosa, the way, the style doesn't fit them, and also it's going too fast for them.
Yeah, could be true. It looks like everything is going too fast for Sosa, because sometimes it looks like the game is on 2.0 speed and he's just on 1.0. So it looks like he's in slow motion. And Soutalo, I've touched upon it before, you know. I do not have anything against the guy. I think he's a good guy, but he isn't just cut out to be an Ajax defender in the situation that we are in. And we had a discussion with Ravish on the stream last Thursday. He thinks differently about it. I think that playing Kaplan was the better option. Luckily for me today, Kaplan showed that he has some qualities, and that's already what I expected with the few minutes that I saw of him. Hopefully he gets a chance to be one of the central defender, or hopefully the second central defender, because those 5 in the back doesn't work, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
We have a quote from the Schip after the game. So he got a question, why didn't I wait 5 minutes and take Guy at halftime? During those 5 minutes, he couldn't make another mistake, which could have led to a goal.
Okay.
And then also a reaction at the same time. That's harsh to say it out loud. I feel for Guy, but he's just not good enough.
He isn't this guy, man.
He isn't his guy. This basically sums up everything this season and also last season. Disaster is an example how important the strong management of a club is for an entity or a football club. Only for the week as a question. If John Stijn no longer offers his people manager qualities and brings nothing tactically, then what does he offer us at this point?
Yeah, that's a good question, because for me personally, I would love to have seen some improvement with at least the tactics that we're playing, and that I can see something on the pitch that I can say, okay, it isn't going too well, but I can see what he's doing and I can see what he's trying to build and that what we are working on, you know, because it's a process. But we improved slightly, but I do not see the real tactic, you know, the hand of the trainer, to say it like that. So no, sacking him doesn't make sense, especially also the personal situation, him jumping in, you know, helping the club when we were down, and with his personal situation happening at the same time. So nothing but respect in that regard. But I think we have to look hard and fair until the end of the season and judge if he's the guy for us to carry it on next season. And there will be rough decisions that need to be made at the end of the season, not only with the staff, but also with the current players within the Ajax squad. Because maybe it's even taking it lightly, but I think 60%, and maybe it's even much higher, isn't good enough to play for Ajax.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. I'm mostly disappointed that Van het Schip doesn't succeed in at least having the players to start being
Exactly.
focused from the start. Basically, so there are a couple of wisdoms in football. People say a couple of things. One of the things is a coach usually is as good as the players that he has. The quality of the players. Only very, very good managers can outperform with a set of players. But also another thing is, and this is basically coming to what AFCA is saying, the personality of a coach always resembles the squad, basically. So, and you're seeing that. The intensity, like you said, you already touched upon it. The intensity, willing to fight, willing to show, basically die on that field, on that pitch. I mean, just 2-3 years ago, I know we're looking always at players from South America, Edson Alvarez, Tagliafico, Martinez and stuff. But, those players, they brought something. And Ten Hag also instilled something in the team.
Yeah. And he led by example.
Exactly.
He was breathing football. He was living for football totally. And I do not know how it is with Van Schip. I cannot judge that. I do know how it was with Ten Hag, because we had several players talk about it, and in the media, the way he lives for football. But the same, for example, with Bos this season. I know in the beginning of the season that PSV was on a streak. They were already at first place. He didn't lose anything. Had a game that they won 2-0, and he was upset after the game, the way they played, a lot of mistakes, even calling it lucky that calling it lucky that they won.
Not only that game. He's critical about his team.
Yeah.
Throughout the first couple of months, even though they were winning, he was still critical.
Exactly. And that is something that you lead by example as the manager. If you have high criteria that need to be met and that you expect from the team, it's something that you carry over to the team, because he's not satisfied easily. If you have maybe a manager that is too nice or is too much of a people person, isn't making the rough decisions, it doesn't work. You need to have a certain standard and a certain maturity that you need to carry over to the team. And this is something that the trainers need to do. And what baffles me also is, if I do not even know the name of the guy anymore, but you had the assistant of Schreuder, Mr. iPad. I don't know what his name was anymore, the German guy.
Yeah.
And now you have the Greek. Now you have the Greek guy Falcanis, and I'm asking myself, what are those guys bringing to the team? Sometimes I see Guardiola with his assistant manager or other great coaches having a talk during the game, getting input, listening to the assistant. We have those two guys, and the way they look on the screen, doesn't make sense to me.
FC Lawrence is saying personal sentiment shouldn't be looked at with the position we're in right now. Keep John, and you will drop below 5th position. Yeah, a lot of people just want a decision to be made right now, even though we're at the end, almost at the end of the season, towards the end of the season. But anyways, guys, this is it for today. I feel bad for everyone that watched that, basically, including us. But we have just to sit this one out this season and hope for the best. Let's hope we can secure the 5th spot. Maybe a miracle will happen. Maybe we can still get 4th. I don't know. But let's not lose hope. Let's support the team, and we'll see you guys.
And one thing is certain, guys. We will be here for the next therapy session. We got your back, man.
Yes. But it's tough.
It's really tough.
It's very tough. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Have a nice Sunday.
Bye.